Welcome to Untamed and Unfiltered Wellness, the podcast where we bridge the gap between modern life and ancient roots, cutting through the wellness noise so you can stop guessing and start building a lifestyle that actually works for you. I'm your host, Joe Swenson, herbalist and founder of Olivia Bell. You know that moment when somebody needs to share some bad news with you? You can hear it in their voice, that flat, quiet kind of sadness that you know is going to carry something heavy. And then you get that pit in your stomach. Well, that happened to me this week. My partner shared with me that his friend had a stroke. His friend isn't that old. In fact, he just turned 60 not that long ago. They had gone kayak fishing a couple weeks back, but in the short time that he had received the news to when I showed up at his house, he had Googled everything he could find about a stroke. He went down the rabbit hole. He watched some YouTube videos on blood pressure, read an article that seed oils were basically poison. He was convinced that coffee raised blood pressure, and he loves coffee. Read about inflammation, supplements, 18-hour fasting, and over half the stuff conflicted or contradicted with the previous things he had looked up. He had notes of things he was supposed to do, tabs opened of things he wasn't sure were true or not, and had no idea what actions he should take first. I listened and I held space for that because this is heavy news. But I also realized he saw himself in his friend and wanted to start making lifestyle changes so he didn't end up having a stroke too. Here's the thing, the internet and health information, not a good combination. The internet is not designed to help us feel better. It's designed to keep us there. Every platform, every algorithm, every expert account is optimized for one thing, our attention. Now, the way you keep somebody's attention is not by giving them a clean answer and sending them on their way. It's by giving them something just convincing enough to be interesting and just incomplete enough that they need to sit and watch the next video. Read the next article, check out the next protocol to feel like they've actually got it figured out. The overwhelm my partner was feeling was a sign that the system was working exactly as designed. Every tab left open didn't calm him down. It confirmed the stress he was feeling in his body before he even realized it. More information, more conflict, more alarm. And many of us, when we get this overwhelm, we freeze up. And we opt to do nothing because that is just easier. And there's a name for this. It's called decision paralysis. A psychologist named Barry Schwartz spent years researching what happens to us when we have too many options. And what he found was counterintuitive. More choices don't make us more free. They make us more stuck. The more options we have, the harder it is to choose any of them. And the harder it is to choose, the worse we feel about ourselves for not choosing them. It's like this never-ending crappy loop. The internet, with its infinite conflicting opinions and its endless parade of experts, is basically a decision paralysis machine. It's not giving you options, it's giving you too many options, which to your brain is not abundance. It's actually seen as a threat. And the part I want you to sit with is that frozen part. Because I think a lot of us have been taught that if we're not making changes, it's because we don't care enough or we're just not disciplined enough. I'm going to call BS on that because most of the time when people are stuck, when the months have gone by and nothing has changed despite all the research and the good intentions and the supplements still sitting in the Amazon cart, it's a nervous system that has hit information overload and has done the only rational thing it could do. It's stopped. Here's what your brain is actually doing when you've got 12 conflicting opinions and no clear path forward. It's doing a cost-benefit analysis. And the calculations keep landing on this. Doing the wrong thing is worse than doing nothing. At least if I don't act, I can't fail. If I don't choose, I can't choose wrong. So it waits and waits. And the weeks turn into months, and then you've still got the same cortisol levels, the same sleep problems, the same gut issues that you've been trying to fix. And now you also feel bad about yourself for not fixing them. This is not a you problem. This is what happens when fear meets an algorithm every single time. Here's something the internet will never tell you because it's bad for business. There is no one size fits all solution when it comes to your health. None. What worked for the guy in the YouTube video, what's in the protocol that influencer is selling you, and what your neighbor swears by, that's their body, their history, their nervous system, their life. Health is individualized. It always has been. And the sooner we stop looking for the universal answer and start looking for our answer, the sooner we can actually start moving. So here's this week's takeaway. Number one, pick one source, one practitioner, one book, one voice you actually trust, chosen by you, not by an algorithm. Follow it for 30 days, mute everything else. Not forever, but just long enough for your nervous system to stop bracing and start breathing. Number two, trust your intuition. Your body had information before you ever opened a browser. That low hum of knowing, more sleep, less stress, a real meal every now and then, and some quiet time, that's not nothing. That's data. So before you go looking for answers outside of yourself, check what's already on the inside. And number three, talk to an actual human being, not Reddit, not a comment section on a blog, not an AI wellness app. A person, a practitioner, a friend who knows their stuff, somebody who can look at you specifically and help you think it through. The internet gives you the information, but a human being, they give you context. And those are not the same thing. As for my partner, he closed the tabs. He's staying on his own health plan and not deviating out of fear. And his friend, it was a mini stroke. We all breathed a sigh of relief. He still has a road ahead of him, but he has a support system at the ready. If this episode stuck with you today, join our Substack community, where we can explore this idea a little bit further. You'll also find some reflection questions, herbal remedies, and a community of like-minded people. It's free to subscribe. The link is in the show notes. I hope you make some time today and every day for some peace, some plants, and some pause. Thank you so much for listening to Untamed and Unfiltered Wellness.